The anti-Semitism and anti-Israel sentiment that we're seeing both in Latin America as well as in the United States is essentially a canary in the coal mine for a broader cultural rot that we have not just, again, in Latin America, but here in the United States as well.
The great change, or the change that we see as different after October 7, is that in Latin America, we have something that I personally call anti-Semitism from the state, anti-Semitism from the government. In Latin America, we knew the anti-Semitism from the state, from dictatorships. Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua, we were used to that before October 7 because it is happening from a long time.
Latin America has a very deep and complicated history with Israel. The creation of the State of Israel in 1948 in the United Nations, you had 13 Latin American nations voting in favor of the creation of the state. Since then, we have seen the sort of shifting in the region, largely driven by some of the political leaders and the choices of those political leaders.
President Boric was clearly anti-Israeli, and he didn't deny it before October 7. But after October 7, he insisted in wording like genocide. He's one of the Latin American countries endorsing the South African request to the ICJ to declare Israel as genocidal.
The demographics of the region make anti-Israel sentiment and, frankly, anti-Semitism a lot more palatable. There's the largest population of Palestinian and Lebanese expats outside of the Middle East. There's about 700,000. Those demographics have pushed those countries, Chile, Venezuela, etc., to be much more antagonistic towards Israel than some of the countries with smaller Arab populations.
Latin America has been a scenario of the Middle East conflicts. There are areas in which the people who are in security said that we have people from Iran, operatives from Hezbollah in the triple frontier between Paraguay, Argentina, and Brazil. There are people coming, Iranians getting Venezuelan and Bolivian passports.
Iran, I would not say, is the catalyst for anti-Semitism. They are taking advantage of anti-Semitism in the region. They're turning that into some violent attacks, and they're benefiting off of it. The bombing of the Jewish Community Center was at the behest of Iran. It was committed by Hezbollah agents, but that was at the behest of Iran.
Hezbollah's ongoing black market, money laundering, illicit activity in the region has also been called out recently by the Argentinian press. It still remains very much a concern because we know that Hezbollah's illicit activities on the ground in Latin America act as a fundraising component for funds that are then sent back home to Lebanon for Hezbollah to be able to carry out its military activity, not only against Israel in the Jewish state, but against Jews worldwide.
The history of the Jews of Latin America has been a very successful history. Jews in Latin America are very well integrated in most of the countries, in the economy, in culture, in politics, in all the fields.
But like Jews in America and Jews in Europe, we're concerned. We're very concerned by what we're seeing not only around us on TV and what we're seeing in Israel. And so it begs the question, what can we do better moving forward?